ClearLight Partners basically invests in companies and helps them grow. We're a private equity fund focusing on the small to middle market. Intoxalock, we thought was in a good space, the interlock device space. It's a great service that the company offers to keep drunk drivers off the road.
A few things attracted me to the Intoxalock investment. We thought it was a pretty attractive industry opportunity, also a chance to, quite frankly, save lives.
The things that we thought made a compelling investment opportunity were all things we thought we could help in. Refine the strategy, which we did shortly after we invested, helping to bring in a stronger management team, and then helping them focus on most of the aspects of the business to get things both working better, bringing in more revenue, and then being more efficient.
The firm was begun when a previous employee arrived at work one morning, tardy, and we went to investigate what was going on with his particular vehicle, and he had an ignition interlock installed earlier in the day. So we started doing some investigation into the marketplace, figuring that bars and cars were not going away at any time soon, and determined that there were only two manufacturers in the world at that point, one out of Georgia and one out of Ontario, Canada. The particular business models were not attractive, so we got involved with Iowa State University and the University of Iowa and the Department of Economic Development here in Iowa and built our own product. We decided to transition ownership basically for two reasons. One was capital. The business was expanding very quickly. The second reason is we had a partner that also was suffering from cancer, and we decided that an exit strategy was beneficial for both of us. Private equity was a term that's been thrown around for years. We had never pursued it up until the situation where it became apparent that Kevin was going to have issues with his health, and it seemed like the logical choice. We had 7 or 8 individual companies submit bids for Intoxalock, and we had the opportunity to meet each and every one of those. As we got through working with each one and interviewing them, we just determined that ClearLight was the leader in regards to professionalism and personality, and we chose ClearLight.
My passion about Intoxalock dates back to before coming on board. I had a passion for it because it was a public safety service. I think from the very beginning, from the time that we met ClearLight, we all felt comfortable with them. So I think there were a number of positive outcomes from ClearLight's involvement in the company. I think the most important one, initially at least, was helping us building that management team. So they stayed out of the way, helped us add value by making the right decisions, by driving more data into the organization, giving us the opportunity then to look at where our strengths and weaknesses lie. When we sold the company, there were essentially 2 executives on the executive team. And so we had to build out a full executive team, and they helped drive that when I transitioned the CEO position over to Kimberly Williams.
When I arrived at Intoxalock, there was a lot of opportunities to grow and a lot of opportunities to improve efficiency of the business. And that's where a company like ClearLight really helped us invest in the right areas. And we really framed all of that in a formal strategic planning process. So there was a number of things that we had to deal with head on right when I got here at the company. And ClearLight always had the mentality, let's do what's right for the business for the long term. Let's make the investment, let's make it right, let's get it done. It's those kinds of decisions, taking that longer term view, that really helped us weather some of the storms that our competitors had a harder time weathering. It was under ClearLight's guidance and leadership that we were able to invest money in things like customer service and inside sales. We invested millions of dollars in these functions, and we now have the best performing average speed of answer and conversion rate in the industry. We were able to have the industry best growth rates, the industry best margins, and the industry's best regulatory relationships. All of those came together for a very successful exit. We built a leadership team, added functions that didn't exist before, and tripled under their ownership.
I was pretty excited when I found out about the position in Intoxalock. I had never even known about the ignition interlock device. This was a chance for me to build a marketing department from the ground up and be part of a high-growth industry. Being in marketing, growth is really important, and I look for companies that see marketing as a growth engine. I was thrilled to work with ClearLight. We had a fabulous relationship. I felt very empowered. I felt very supported. I hired a graphic artist and we created the Intoxalock brand and then built a real marketing department based on digital marketing, brand equity, and affiliate marketing.
I started shortly after ClearLight made their investment in Intoxalock. I actually began in the controller role and was promoted into the CFO role. The business was attractive to me because it had a track record of strong growth, solid financials, which would allow us to continue to invest in the business in order to even accelerate growth, and the opportunity to work with a private equity sponsor, which was something that I had not done before. I wanted to work with the best and brightest, and those people tend to reside in the private equity world, so it was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up. I had the opportunity to really come in and take what was a basic set of financial statements, company-wide financial statements, and really turn that into a more in-depth reporting tool and really drill down on opportunities for cost savings and revenue generation to take the company to the next level.
Intoxalock had recruited me to help build out their service center network. As a business, we utilize independent repair shops across the country to install, maintain, and remove our devices as required by state rules and regulations. Intoxalock had an objective to basically grow the network that they currently had by 3 times. However, there was no structure, no process, no team in place to both recruit and support that group. The interesting part is once I provided that information to the business, they were quick to adopt the process and we started implementing, and we've had a great outcome as a result. Shortly after joining Intoxalock, I was asked to take on the compliance group as well. Our compliance team provides best-in-class service, and we have rapidly gone from being a small player in the market to being the company that everyone looks to emulate.
I think the partnership of ClearLight and the Intoxalock management team really achieved a number of things. We developed just a tremendous reputation in the industry for having the best product and the best customer service. It was just the team we built and the friendships and the relationships that we built. And it's kind of the dream scenario where you have a great investment, but you do it with great people and you form some great lifelong relationships along the way as well.
We feel very good as we look back on the investment. We created a lot of value, we put a great team together, and then they did a terrific job. I think they all grew in their careers, and we hear back that the new owners are very happy with the investment, which is always good for us to hear.